Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined again this week with Scott Peters, CPA over at MUN CPA. Scott, we were talking earlier about some of the tax consequences as you're filing your 2015 tax returns. Want to get some insight from a bookkeeping or the importance of bookkeeping when it comes to filing a return?
Absolutely. I think it's very important, and I always recommend our clients that if you're not familiar with bookkeeping, that you hire someone that's, adversed in your industry specifically, or just somebody to give a second look at your books if you're doing it yourself.
QuickBooks, pretty popular, easy
Yes.
to do out there. If someone's not well versed in QuickBooks, does MUN CPA offer that service as well?
We do bookkeeping. We like to do it from more of a review perspective as a CPA firm, and we also refer out to other bookkeeping companies that specialize in normal bookkeeping.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about tax structure at the entity level. What does that mean in layman's terms?
Right, so when you're starting a business, you have a couple of different options. You can be self-employed, which is the majority of what people do when they start off, which puts you in subject to self-employment tax when you start making money, and you get taxed on it. Once you kind of move into the next realm, is you incorporate, and you can choose whether a partnership, you can choose an S corporation status, which are both flow-through entities. So the tax comes down to you on an individual level when that gets taxed there.
What's the advantage or disadvantage of having it come directly to you as opposed to going to the corporation?
So if you have a corporation, let's say a C corporation, those are the big guys like Apple, Google, Facebook.
I'm not there yet, but bear with me.
You'll get there,
Yeah.
right? Those are taxed at the entity level. So you have what you call double taxation. So the corporation gets taxed, and then when the income is distributed to the shareholders, it gets taxed again. Whereas an S corp or a partnership, it's called a flow-through entity. So you don't get taxed at the corporate level, but yet the income flows through to your individual, and you get taxed there.
Let's talk about tax incentives. What can I do in 2015 to better my return in 2016?
There's a lot of tax incentives for businesses. One is the new hire credits. So if you hire a new employee and they qualify for certain scenarios, then you could potentially get a tax credit. Also, another one is research and development tax credit. So if you're an entity that does some sort of research, or maybe you're manufacturing something, you're building a prototype, all that money, all that investment, your wages you pay employees to do that research can go into a tax credit that can offset any taxable income that you might have.
Hey, if somebody wants to have their return from last year, if they want a review from you or someone on the team at MUN CPA, what's the process?
Just make an appointment. Give us a call. We can set up an appointment, bring in your prior year's tax returns. We'll give you a free consultation, take a look at your returns, and just kind of give you a real honest opinion on whether, hey, it looks good, I think your guy's doing well. You don't really need us, but if you want to change, you can definitely come to us. But sometimes we find things and we might go back and amend a return and get more money back, or maybe we look for a credit that maybe you missed last year. So yeah, we'll come on in, make an appointment, and we can just have a discussion.
Scott, appreciate you taking the time to come in and join us.
Thanks for having me,
Good luck with
Pete.
this year's tax season.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Tahoe Real Estate Show. If you want to join us, give us a call here at 530-541-7768. We'll see you next week.